Screen is visible. Okay. Previous lecture we have seen the what we have seen the previous lectures in second unit. क्या क्या देखा आपने सेकेंड यूनिट में? We have seen the DC motor drives. Is it right? DC motor drives and induction motor drives and BLDC motor drives and switch reluctance motor drives. We have seen all these, yes or no? Is it right? Please put the message in the chat box. Hello. Okay. Okay. In today we are going to start the third unit. Second unit is completed. Okay, and we are going to start third unit. Third unit में क्या है? Battery terminology. What is in third unit? Battery terminology. Clear? The term battery. What is meant by battery definition? Historically, the word battery was used to describe a series of similar objects grouped together to perform a function. Means what we can say here, we have to take two similar objects. Okay, we have to take two similar objects, and these two objects have grouped together. Okay, have grouped together to perform some specific function. To perform some specific function. Is it clear? So, as in a battery, the scientist named Benjamin Franklin in 1749, okay, first used the term describe a series of capacitors. Means the name of the scientist. Okay, the name of the scientist Benjamin Franklin. Okay, he did some experiment. He did some experiment by taking the capacitors. Okay, by taking the capacitors, two or more. Okay, and these capacitors are connected together. Okay, are linked together, and he has observed. The capacitors are connected series or parallel. What about the voltage and voltage will be added or something? That thing has been observed. Means he has done some experiment in the laboratory by taking the two capacitors. Okay, and by taking the more than two capacitors, and he observed something, that is voltage and current. Is it clear? So later, after that, the term would be used for any electrochemical cells. The term would be used for any electrochemical cells linked together for the purpose of providing electric power. After this experiment, what he did, he has taken two cells or more than two cells. Okay, that is electrochemical cells, and these cells linked together. Okay, these cells linked together. Linked means connected, maybe series or parallel. Okay, for providing a electric power. For providing a electric power. Here the cell is nothing but it is having two electrodes. Okay, the cell is nothing but it is having two electrodes. One is the anode, second one is the cathode. Anode and second one the cathode. And these two electrodes these two electrodes are separated by some electrolyte. Okay, these two electrodes, anode and cathode, are separated by electrolyte. Okay, is used to produce voltage and current. Okay, here we are going to take two electrodes, anode and cathode, and these two are separated by some electrolyte. Okay, in order to produce the voltage and current. A battery can be made up of one or more cells. Okay, a battery made up of one or more cells. So means what we can say, battery is nothing but it is the combination of number of cells. It is the combination of number of cells. Okay, for example, if each cell is having the 1.5 volt capacity, okay, each cell is having the 1.5 volt capacity. Then if you want to make a 6 volts battery, if you want to make a 6 volt battery, so we have to take the 4 cells. Okay, 4 into 1.5, that is the 6. Okay, and these 4 cells are to be connected in series. Then we can obtain a 6 volts. So the combination of these 4 cells can be called as battery. The combination of 4 cells can be called as a battery. So simply what we can say, battery can be made up of one or more cells. Okay, battery can be made up of one or more cells. Is it clear? So batteries are collection of one or more cells whose chemical reactions create a flow of electrons in a circuit. So means what we can say, batteries is nothing but collection of one cell or more than one cell. Okay, whose chemical reaction is going to be done, whose chemical reaction is going to be done, okay, to create a flow of electrons in a circuit, to create a flow of electrons in a circuit. All the batteries are made up of three basic components: anode, okay, that is represented by minus; cathode, that is represented by plus; and some kind of electrolyte substance that chemically reacts with the anode and cathode. When the anode and cathode of battery is connected to a circuit, okay, when the anode and cathode of a battery is connected to a circuit, a chemical reaction takes place. Chemical reaction takes place between the anode and the cathode, between the anode and the electrolyte. This reaction causes electrons to flow through the circuit and back to the cathode, where the another chemical reaction takes place. Means what we can say here, how we can say, means when the external circuit is connected, when the external circuit is connected between the anode and cathode, so anode and electrolyte, some chemical reaction is takes place, anode and electrolyte, and then some electrons will be released through the external circuit, some electrons will be released through the external circuit, and these electrons will enter into the cathode. Okay, these electrons will be enter into the cathode, like you can see here. Here you can see the animation. The screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so means here the anode, some chemical reaction is done between the anode and electrolyte. Okay, whenever the chemical reaction is takes place between the anode and electrolyte, these electrons will be released. Electrons will be released. Okay, these electrons will be released through the some external circuit, whatever we have connected the load across the anode and cathode. That is called as the external circuit. That is called as the external circuit. So simply we can say load. Simply we can say load. Whenever this load is connected, so whatever the electrons is released from the anode by chemical reaction takes place between the anode and cathode, these electrons will flow through the load circuit, and these electrons again will enter into the cathode by taking the chemical reaction takes place between the cathode and the electrolyte, between the cathode and electrolyte. Is it clear? So whenever the flow of electrons is nothing but electricity is produced. electricity is produced. Is it clear? Okay. So this is the simply releasing of electrons from the battery. So here, batteries that must be thrown away after use are known as primary batteries. Batteries that can be recharged are called secondary batteries. So what we can say here, some batteries are there. Once it is fully discharged and it cannot be recharged again. Okay, once it is fully discharged and it cannot be recharged again, so that batteries can be called as a primary batteries. Clear? So some batteries will be discharged fully and again we can charge that batteries, so that type of batteries can be called as a secondary batteries. That type of batteries can be called as a secondary batteries. A dry cell or a single cell battery is the smallest form of electric device capable of generating the electricity from chemical reaction comprising two electrodes. Okay, already we have seen chemical mixture, and in case it is a type of battery used for providing the electrical power to portable devices such as flashlights. A cell usually has a nominal voltage of 1 to 3 volts depending on its chemistry. Example, AAA, AACD cells batteries. And these are the types of batteries. Okay, alkaline. Next, a battery is a device consisting of one or single cell battery. A battery is a device consisting of one cell or several cells. Okay, one cell or several cells. Okay, electrochemical cells installed in a single case and connected together in series or parallel, designed to power various electrical devices. Example, automotive 12 volts, 45 ampere hours. Okay, 12 volts, 45 ampere hour. Battery consisting of 6 2 volts, 45 ampere hours rechargeable battery. For example, means what we can say, already we have discussed, battery is nothing but more than one cell. Okay, one cell or more than one cell, please remember. Okay, for example, each cell is having the 2 volts. Okay, each cell is having the 2 volts. So if you want to make a battery, how much, 12-volt battery. Okay, if you want to make a 12-volt battery, so we have to take the 6 cells. We have to take the 6 cells. Okay, 6 into 2. Is it clear? So these 6 cells are connected in a maybe a series or parallel. Okay, so then we can achieve the 12 volts. We can achieve the 12 volts. Okay, and rating is 12 volts, 45 amperes hour. Battery consisting of 2 volts, 45 amperes, rechargeable cells. Rechargeable cells. A battery bank or battery pack consisting of several batteries or battery modules, okay, connected in parallel or series, are both series and parallel, which provide standby and emergency power and do not have common keys. So means what we can see here, we have seen the definition of cell and also we have seen the definition of battery. So what is battery bank here? Battery bank. Okay, battery bank means क्या होता है? Battery bank means battery is nothing but the combination of cells, one or more than one cell. Clear? So like the same way, battery bank is nothing but the batteries are connected together, maybe series or parallel, more than one batteries. Okay, more than one batteries are connected together, maybe series or parallel. Okay, this combination can be called as battery bank. Battery bank. Okay, are you got the point? Battery bank means yes or no, please. Okay, what are the components in the batteries? Okay, batteries are made up of anode, cathode, and electrolyte. So already we have seen batteries are made up of anode, cathode, and electrolyte. Both the anode and cathodes are types of electrodes. So we can say anode and cathodes are the types of the electrodes. Okay, electrodes are conductors through which electricity enters or leaves a component in a circuit. So already we know electrodes are nothing but conducting materials. Electrodes are nothing but a conducting materials which can leave the current or enter into the current. Okay, enter the current or leaves the current. Means we can say simply electrodes are nothing but conducting materials. Anode. Electrons flow out from the anode in a device connected to a circuit. Electrons flow out. Electrons flow out from the anode in a device connected to a circuit. This means that conventional current flows into anode. Okay, this means that conventional current flows into an anode in a battery. The chemical reaction between the anode and electrolyte causes a buildup of electrons in the anode. These electrons want to move to the cathode but cannot pass through the electrolyte or separator. So means what we can say here? Here we can say the electrons flow out from the anode. Okay, the electrons flow out. The electrons flow out from the anode. Whatever the chemical reaction takes place between the electrode and electrolyte, if the electrons will flow outside, if the electrons will flow outside, okay, that electrode can be called as anode. That electrode can be called as anode. Clear? Like the same way, cathode. Electrons flows into the cathode. Electrons flows into the cathode in a device. Means after chemical reaction takes place between the electrode and electrolyte, after chemical reaction takes place between the electrode and electrolyte, if the electrons are entered into that electrode, okay, if the electrons are entering into that electrode can be called as cathode. That electrode can be called as cathode. Is it clear? Means केमिकल रिएक्शन होने के बाद अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आउटसाइड मूव होता है तो दैट इलेक्ट्रोड कैन बी कॉल्ड एज एनोड ओके केमिकल रिएक्शन होने के बाद कहाँ पे between the electrode and the electrode and electrolyte if the electrons are enter into the electrode so that electrode can be called as cathode that electrode can be called as cathode is it clear okay what is meant by electron flow? In most batteries, some or all of the chemical reaction can occur even when the battery is not connected to a circuit. Okay, but chemical reactions can impact a battery's shelf life. Means uh, what we can say, electrons flow. After chemical reaction takes place between the electrode and the electrolyte, so the electrons will come outside from the electrons will come outside from the uh, means what we can say so after chemical reaction takes place between the anode and electrolyte so if the electrons are moving through the some external circuit or load okay so this moving of electrons is called as a flow of electrons okay that can be called as a electricity is produced flow of electrons is nothing but electricity is produced okay and dead battery what is meant by dead battery what is meant by dead battery what is meant by dead battery Hello, hello, my voice is clear. Kuldeep, Amay Kumar. Okay. What is meant by dead battery? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, right. The chemicals in the battery will ultimately reach a state of equilibrium. In this state, the chemicals will no longer have a tendency to react, and as a result, the battery will not generate any more electric current. At this point, the battery is considered as a dead. So, means what we can say, dead battery is nothing but there is no chance to do the chemical reaction. Okay, there is no chance to do the chemical reaction, and it is not able to produce the uh, flow of electrons. It is not able to produce the flow of electrons. Okay, that if no chemical reaction is not chemical reaction is not going on between the anode and electrolytes. Okay, just a minute. ये थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जा रहा था यार मेरा एक just hello, just wait a 1 minute. Hello, sorry for that. Hello, am I audible? Okay, dead battery is nothing but, so no, it is the battery which is not able to produce the electricity, so that batteries can be called as a dead batteries. Okay, that batteries can be called as a dead batteries. Okay, so primary cells must be disposed when the battery is dead. Okay, so secondary cells can be recharged, and this can be accomplished by the applying a reverse electric current through the battery. So recharging occurs when the chemicals perform another series of reactions to take them back to their original state. So means what we can say. So generally, primary cells is nothing but once it is fully discharged, it cannot be recharged again. So that batteries, that cell can be called as a dead cell or dead battery. Clear? Next, like the same way, primary and secondary. Okay, primary cell or primary batteries. Primary cell contain chemistry that cannot be reversed. Okay, as a result, battery must be thrown away after discharge. Okay, that is simply can be called as a dead battery. Secondary batteries. Secondary cells can be recharged and have their chemistry reverted back to their original state. So means once it is fully charged, again it can be charged. Okay, again it can be reverted back to their original state. Again it can be reverted back to their original state. Otherwise, okay, it can be secondary batteries or secondary cells can be called as a rechargeable batteries. Okay, rechargeable batteries or rechargeable cells. Okay, these cells can be used many times. These cells can be used many times. Nominal voltage. What is meant by nominal voltage? Nominal voltage is nothing but this nominal voltage of a battery is the voltage is stated by the manufacturer. Okay, so this rated voltage or nominal voltage is provided by the manufacturer who is manufactured that battery, who's designed that battery. Okay, for example, alkaline AA batteries are listed having the 1.5 volts. This article from the so means 1.5 volt is the nominal voltage referred to the maximum or starting voltage to the battery. So means the manufacturer told the rated capacity of this cell or this battery is 1.5 volts. Okay, so simply we can say the nominal voltage of that battery or nominal voltage of that cell is 1.5 volts. Okay, means this value is generally provided by the manufacturer. So simply we can call as a rated value, rated voltage. Clear? Capacity. What is meant by capacity? What is meant by capacity? A battery capacity is a measure of the amount of electric charge it can deliver at a specific voltage. Okay, most batteries are rated at amperes hour. Okay, most batteries are rated at amperes hour or milliamperes hours. Okay, the battery's capacity is the amount of electric charge that battery can deliver its rated voltage. Note that capacity and capacitance are different. Okay, so capacity of the battery can be represented by amperes hours or milliamperes hours, mostly AH or MAH, amperes hour or MAH. Battery capacity is nothing but it is the amount of electric charge that battery can deliver the power at its rated voltage. Okay, the battery can deliver the it is the amount of electric charge the battery can deliver the power at its rated voltage. Okay, so and one more thing here, the battery capacity and capacitance are two are the different things. Capacity is different and capacitance is different. Please remember all of you. However, it is usually measured in one more convenient amperes hours, AH or A dot H, or milliamperes, mAh or mAh. Okay, 1 ampere hour is equal to 1000 milliamperes hours. 1 ampere hour is equal to 1000 milliamperes hour. Okay, because batteries of the same chemistry have a fixed voltage. The real capacity or rate any battery depends on the load, that is on the current it supplies to the load or its discharge rate. The higher the discharge rate, the lower the capacity of the battery. So means what we can say here, battery capacity is nothing but the capacity of a battery might be, say, for example, 10 amperes, might be 10 amperes hour. Here I can show you 10 amperes hours. 10 Ah. Okay, so 10 amperes hours is nothing but it can be able to supply the 10 amperes current, 10 amperes current for 1 hour, for 1 hour. Is it clear? So 10 amperes hour battery is nothing but this is the capacity. So if load is connected, for example, this is the battery we have. Okay, plus minus just I will show you. Okay, this is the load. Okay, for example, R load. Okay, this is the resistive load. If this resistive load is receiving the 10 amperes, okay, 10 amperes. So this battery can be able to supply for this load is for 1 hour only. 1 hour only. Is it clear? So this is the rated capacity of the battery. If this load, this resistive load, okay, R load, for example, is receiving the power or 5 amperes current. Okay, 5 amperes current continuously. So the battery can be able to supply the power is 2 hours. 2 hours. Is it right? If it is taking the 5 amperes current, so the batteries can be able to supply the current for 2 hours. Okay, if the load is receiving the 10 amperes current, the batteries can be able to supply the power to this load is 1 hour. Okay, if this battery is, if the load is receiving 20 amperes current, if the load is taking the 20 amperes current, 20 amperes current, okay, if the load is receiving or taking the current 20 amperes, then this battery can be able to supply the only 0.5 hours. Only 0.5 hours means आधा घंटा के लिए supply कर सकते हैं. Only it can be able to supply the power to the load for half an hour only. For half an hour only. The capacity of the battery is clear, please. Okay, this is the capacity of the battery. Next, the battery power capacity can also be measured in the units of energy, that is the watt hour or W dot H. So means Battery power also can be measured in the terms of units watt hour, okay, or WH dot H. Okay, so for example, which measure the electrical energy used at home kilowatt hours. Okay, 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt hour. Okay, to get the watt hour, one has to multiply the ampere hour by the battery nominal voltage. For example, battery nominal voltage is 12 volts, 12 volts, and the battery capacity is 8 ampere hour. 8 ampere hour. So the battery power can be called as 12 into 8. 12 into 8, how much? 96. Okay, 96 watt hour. Okay, in terms of power. Okay, in terms of power, that is the battery capacity, 96 watt hour. Is it clear? Next, C rate. What is meant by C rate? 5 minutes only. What is meant by C rate? C rate can be defined as the discharge current divided by the theoretical current draw at which the, okay, so just wait. It is defined as the discharge current divided by the theoretical current draw at which the battery would deliver its rated capacity in 1 hour. Okay, it is a dimensionless value. For example, for a battery with the rated capacity C batteries, okay, 8 amperes hour, okay, 2 coulomb discharge, okay, would deliver the battery's rated capacity in 0.5 hours. Okay, 0.5 hours. So means the C rate can be defined as, for example, the load is receiving 16 amperes, okay, 16 amperes, but the rated capacity of the battery is 8, but the rated capacity of the battery is 8. So 16 by 8, how much? How much? 2. 2, no? Okay. So, but here, uh, discharge current divided by the theoretical current draw. So here discharge current divided by 8 by 16. 8 by 16 is nothing but 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5. That is equal to 0.5. So this is the C rate of the battery. Okay. Discharge current divided by the theoretical current draw at which the battery would deliver its rated capacity in 1 hour. At which the battery would deliver its rated capacity in 1 hour. Okay. Actual capacity of the battery divided by, okay, and actual current is drawing by the load circuit. Actual current is drawing by the load circuit. So that can be defined as the C rate of the battery. And constant current charge. Constant current charge. What is meant by constant current charge? So charging process where the level of current is maintained at a constant level regardless of the voltage of the battery or the cell. So means the battery or cell is charging with a constant current, So throughout the time, irrespective of the voltage, so that can be called as a constant current charge. Okay. Next, constant voltage charge. So it is also same as the constant current charge. Means The battery can be charged with a constant voltage throughout the time, irrespective of the current and the load. Okay, that voltage can be called as constant voltage charge. Okay, that voltage can be called as constant voltage charge. Okay, life cycle of the battery. Life cycle of the battery. What is meant by life cycle of the battery? What is meant by life cycle of the battery? Means life cycle of the batteries depends upon the number of charging and discharging cycles. Okay, number of charging and discharging cycle. Okay, the capacity of a rechargeable cell or battery changes over its life. Okay, the definition of the battery life or cycle life of a battery is number of cycles that cell or battery can be charged and discharged under a specific condition. Okay, before that available capacity falls to a specific performance criteria, normally 80% of the rated capacity. So means what we can say here, life cycle of the battery, okay, a battery life can be depends upon the charging and discharging of the charging and discharging cycles. For example, uh, um, 6,000 cycles they have represented, for example, 6,000 cycle. ओके 6000 साइकिल रिप्रेजेंट किए चार्जिंग और डिस्चार्जिंग के एक साइकिल का सो अपन नंबर ऑफ टाइम चार्जिंग और डिस्चार्ज किया है तो एक साइकिल कंप्लीट हो जाएगा ऐसे सेकंड टाइम भी चार्जिंग और डिस्चार्ज के सेकंड साइकिल कंप्लीटेड थर्ड साइकिल कंप्लीटेड ऐसे 6000 साइकिल कंप्लीट हो गया उसका बैटरी लाइफ कम हो जाएगा खत्म हो जाएगा इज इट क्लियर उसके बैटरी लाइफ खत्म हो जाएगा इसलिए अपन क्या बोलते हैं अपन जैसे बैटरी लेस देन 10% आते हैं तभी चार्ज करना चाहिए अब वो 95-98% ऑफ करना चाहिए जैसे अपन कभी कभी क्या करते हैं बैटरी रिमेनिंग 50% रहता है फिर भी चार्ज करते हैं अपन ओके और 80% रहता है फिर भी ऑफ करते हैं ऐसे करने से क्या होता है साइकिल्स द साइकिल्स ऑफ द बैटरी विल बी इंक्रीज ओके so by increasing the cycles the life of the battery is going to be decreased the life of the battery is going to be decreased that's why so we have to charge and discharge depends upon the battery charging battery capacity if less than 10% then we have to do the charge if above 98% okay 98-99% so battery should be off in between that we should not charge and discharge ओके चार्ज नहीं करना डिस्चार्ज नहीं करना उससे क्या होता है नंबर ऑफ साइकिल्स बढ़ जाता है सो ड्यू टू दिस द लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द बैटरी इज गोइंग टू बी डिक्रीज द लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द बैटरी इज गोइंग टू बी डिक्रीज डेप्थ ऑफ डिस्चार्ज डेप्थ ऑफ डिस्चार्ज में क्या होता है फॉर एग्जांपल what I told 10% of the battery 10% से कम हो गया ओके 10% से कम हो गया बैटरी चार्जिंग का तो अपन को इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है वी हैव टू डू द चार्जिंग we have to do the charging if we are using the continuously battery if the charging is less than the 10% okay if charging is less than the 10% okay this 10 less than 10% charging is can be called as a depth of discharge so we should not use the battery continuously the battery is having the less than 10% charge okay 10% कम होगा तो बैटरी यूज नहीं करना है अगेन बैटरी चार्ज करना चाहिए ओके सो दिस 10% क्या होगा डेप्थ ऑफ डिस्चार्ज इज इट क्लियर ओके specific energy what is meant by specific energy specific energy is nothing but it is the amount of electrical energy stored for every kilogram of battery mass okay whatever the energy stored for a kilogram of mass okay that energy can be called as a specific energy that energy can be called as a specific energy like the same as specific power okay specific power is the amount of power obtained per kilogram of mass of battery per kg of mass of battery एक kg battery पे how much power we can obtain, that power can be called as a specific power. That power can be called as a specific power. Clear? So 1 kilogram, 1 kg mass of the battery पे how much energy stored? That energy can be called as a specific energy. Specific energy. Energy density. Energy density is nothing but it is the amount of electrical energy stored per cubic meter of battery value. It is the amount of electrical energy stored per cubic meter of battery volume. Battery volume. So that that energy can be called as a energy density of the battery. A cubic meter battery volume by how much energy is stored. Okay, that energy can be called as a energy density. Energy density. Okay, simply we can call as a energy per unit area. Energy per unit area is can be called as a density. Can be called as density. So like the same way power density also. Okay, so the volumetric power density of the battery expressed in watts per liters. Watts per liter means density क्या होता है? For example, flux density. For example, flux density. Flux density कैसे डिवाइड करते हैं अपन? Flux per unit area. Flux per unit area. So, for example, this is the total volume of the objective. Okay, this is the total volume of the objective. Okay, these are the total unit areas are there. This is the one unit area. This is the second unit area. Okay, third, fourth, fifth. Okay. So flux per unit area. For example, if you consider this unit area, okay, if you consider this area, so how much flux is produced in this area? Okay, this is called as a flux per unit area. That is called as a flux density. That is called as a flux density. So like the same way here also we can say energy density and power density also. Okay, energy per unit area or power per unit area. Okay. So remaining I will continue tomorrow.